Hello, YouTubers, friends, compatriots, bootlicker, shills, death slaves, search, peasants, vassals, minions, meat sacks. I'm your useful idiot. Welcome. And today I want to talk about Israel's West Bank again. I did a video a couple weeks ago talking about the fact that they're definitely moving forward to perpetrate another part of their final solution in Gaza, and that will be the complete removal eventually of all the Palestinians in the West Bank. And they're quickly moving to annex the West Bank into Israel proper. So the grand picture is of the greater Israel that's been talked about for so many decades, and eventually they will basically absorb most, if not all, of Gaza, and they will absorb the West Bank as well. In the video a couple weeks ago, I talked about the fact that they had transferred the West Bank from military control to civilian control, and that's a huge move for them. It portends the fact that they are moving rapidly towards annexing the West Bank completely. And of course, we also know that the international community once again condemned Israel for their illegal settlements, of which the West Bank is a huge portion of that. There's 2 million, some around 2 million Palestinians living there, and I think there's something like 700,000 Israeli settlers. And the Israeli settlers are the worst of the worst. They're paramilitary groups that do all the dirty work for the Israeli government. And as we know, in the West Bank, of course, they have a long history of burning down olive tree groves that belong to Palestinians. And recently, 100,000 gun permits have been issued to Israeli settlers in the West Bank. So they're preparing for war. And the latest development that shows that this is accelerating is the fact that the military just demolished 2 more large commercial complexes and are excavating the land that they've stolen from the Palestinians. So they're actively going to destroy all the commercial properties that belong to Palestinians in the West Bank. So all the Palestinians, of course, in Gaza, a large proportion of them go back and forth between Israel, providing basically slave labor for low wage jobs in Israel. And now we have at least Palestinians that have some sort of self-sufficiency and actually have businesses and homes in Palestine. They're going to go now too. In the first half of the year, we had 318 Palestinian businesses destroyed and demolition notices for 359 more. And they're also issuing these same orders for 85 businesses in Jerusalem proper. So they're laying the groundwork. They're going to destroy all the agriculture of the Palestinians in West Bank, and then they're going to destroy all the commercial operations that belong to Palestinians in the West Bank. And then, of course, the next step is going to be unleash these heavily armed settlers on the Palestinians. And there's already been 578 Palestinians killed and 5,400 Palestinians wounded just in the last year. And that will accelerate because this is part of the big picture. So the only question left now is, what are they going to do with the 2 million Palestinians living in the West Bank? Are they going to eventually herd them all over into the Gaza Strip so that they can share the same fate of the Palestinians being slaughtered in Gaza? That seems like the most likely scenario because they certainly can't have 2 million Palestinians living in West Bank. So the Israeli Zionist final solution in Gaza will eventually come to the West Bank, and it's accelerating every day. And they're just using the distractions of the Gaza war and, of course, the upcoming confrontation between Hezbollah, Lebanon, and Israel. And the West Bank will almost seem like a footnote in the scheme of things, but it is coming. I'm a useful idiot. Don't you be one too.